Hey guys, this is Norman, Twisted Out Detail. Just showing you a short video. Well, it's about 10 minutes long, but a video of what it takes to start a detail up until uh, the carpet shampooing. Reason being, I'm new to the GoPro scene. I just found out that the camera has about an hour and a half life on a battery at 4K. So now now for myself, I know I need to drop it down. But there you go. So that way I can have longer record times, stuff like that, to 1080p. So here's a vacuum, and the drill brush I use, that yellow head, is actually stiffer bristles. The white ones are the softest. I use the white ones for leather vinyl. Reason being, it does a great job cleaning and it does not damage the surfaces. Um, Obviously, use it sparingly, but I did use the white bristles on the seats. They're cream, but they look like each seat has spilled coffee on it. So vacuuming right here, I found a $100 bill. That's what I just put down. Super crazy how people will just lose money. It's one thing if I see a dollar or two, I still give it back to the client. But this is about my second or third time uh, detailing a car and finding a $100 bill. The customer gave it to me as a tip. Funny enough, and then they said, now I know why you have 5 stars. I love hearing customers say that, because you know what, they're gonna pass that on to let people know that this guy not only didn't take my money, as he separately put it in a bag to make sure I got it back. No questions asked, and and I put it in a separate Ziploc bag over the materials I find in the car. I found bullets before. I found people's wedding rings, hearing aids. If you don't know how important hearing aids are, those things are flipping expensive. The one I found for a client once, it was like $2,000 for just one ear. So, simple math, 4K of hearing aids missing. So, dog hair is one of the most evasive things to get out of a car. I have the grip gloves, like the diamond gloves for grip, and that's really good for light stuff. Um, but I do have the Lily brush, Lilly. That thing is a champion. It is worth its weight in gold. I think it's like 12 bucks. I think even 15. I wouldn't actually care personally if it was even what's it called? It could be worth, I could have been charged, 40 bucks for one of those. I would still buy three, just to let you know how important it is. So yeah, enjoy the video. Let me know what you just put in the comments, kind of what you like, what you don't like. If you have questions, let them roll. Otherwise, keep it going. It's always amazing what you find in the front seats of cars. It's never just one thing. It's always just random. It's either trash, it's either pins, as you saw earlier, $100 bills. I mean, sometimes they even find shell casings in Alaska, where hunters, people go out and about, or for self-protection, because we have bears and other types of wild animals. Um, but again, the way that I detail cars is to make sure once I get to shampooing, I have 100% capability to, well, hopefully 100% capabilities to shampoo everything out of the car. Obviously, acid stains, severe like oil stains that have now saturated kind of lighter green color carpet. There's no way to get that back unless you do a dye. Just right here, I mean, this is just how nasty it is in your cars. if you just never thought about it. Even with floor mats, you have to think about it. This car had floor mats that went all the way up, yet I'm blowing out debris that got in there. We can't keep dirt and debris out of cars. It's impossible. Otherwise, you would suffocate your cars because there'd be no oxygen getting in there. So the fact that you have fans running in cars, the fact that you AC, dirt, debris is going to get in your car, whether you like it or not. It's just a way of life. I tell my clients that all the time. Like, hey, I found a piece of dog hair here, or there's dirt here. It's been like 3 weeks ago. Well, it's probably got in there by you at this point. Because I always do a walkthrough before the client even pays. I walk them around the entire car. I walk them, through all the steps that it took, how much water I tell clients it took to actually clean their cars too. Reason being, so they know that what to expect. If you're coming in this late in the game to get your car serviced for a detail, some cars. This one took about 8 gallons, 9 gallons of water, just to make sure, just in this carpet. Other vehicles, I mean, there's times where I use well over 20 gallons of water because of just the nastiness of cars, because this is their first detail. Um, and I charge based off of that. So if it's your first detail, this is just going to be a hurricane. And I tell them the price. A lot of times, they scuff at the price, but once they see the value, as far as their car smells like it's brand new, one, two, nothing sticky anymore. Uh, Majority of the stains are gone. Um, they don't feel embarrassed having friends sit in their car, let alone family members. You just have to run that by. So a lot of times I have detailers that we talk about, how do we handle um, apprehensive customers that are sticker shocked or price shocked or whatever shocked. And it's just, hey, you got to be honest with them. It's like, hey, there's probably less expensive detailers down the block, but you know, what you get is what you pay for. How many times do you buy stuff on? And I tell customers Temu, Amazon, and then you kind of got let down after a month, 6 months, rather than if you just went to local owned mom and pop shop, bought the right product, bought the right stuff. You don't have to look back. That's one big thing that I notice a lot of detailers don't do. They just kind of just walk them off and just say, "Well, if you don't like the price, have a good day." So a lot of times I get my customers through value, not through trickery or lying and deceiving. Hey, you pay for a service, you get the service. If you don't like the service, then guess what? You didn't pay up front, so we can fix this before your money is taken. So that's one thing I do. That kind of relieves a lot of the stress off the customer. They don't have their money already taken, and then they have to then come in later. This is my solution. This is what I put on for pre-treating. Every time, I always do a pre-treat, pre-soak. What it does, it loosens up the fibers, makes it easier to shampoo. I use my drill burst to actually drill the solution through the carpet. And to me, it's not amazing, but I know people that are used to seeing this. It's quite fascinating when you see how nasty your carpets are in your car, but you just didn't notice. So there's that. And as it pre-soaks, then I bring out my carpet extractor because it needs about 10 minutes to heat up. Um, because it's a heated extractor, it's about 180, 190 degree water. So I love it because one, it cleans out hard candy, soft candies like gummies. So it makes sure that it, I just make sure that I can actually get everything I need out of the car. Uh, just sprayed down another APC on the mats. I do a pre-soak even on mats. I'm very time orientated when it comes to like when stuff needs to be cleaned at this point. 7 years detailing plus professionally, kind of time is a virtue, and you start, you know, working accordingly. Uh, Newer detailers, I always tell them like, you need to be on stopwatch time, not just on, your time. It's not, somebody's now without a car while you're detailing it, while they're paying you, while they have to figure out how to either get to and from work. Um, they have kids, people that have pets, or people that are just in business for themselves. So I always stress time. And so there you go.